Good day and welcome to Mayorkings TV News. I am Emanuela Timiala. First, the headlines. Ishakiri Nation extended hand of peace and collaboration to our neighbors 3 years ago, says Olu of Warri. Remi Tinubu promotes economic empowerment initiatives. Tinubu committed to completion of abandoned projects in Nigeria, says Minister. Landowners sue federal government over 15 trillion naira Lagos-Calabar highway. Tinubu returns from France to swear in new Chief Justice today. In the business news, NBC secures 10 billion naira to expand digital TV coverage. And in the foreign scene, Kamala Harris pledges new way forward in historic convention speech. Also in the world of sports, Inacho set for La Liga debut versus Villarreal. Now the news in full. The third-year coronation anniversary of Ogiame Atuashe III, the 21st Olu of Warri, was celebrated on August 21, 2024. The event marked 3 years since his coronation on August 21, 2021 at Ode Ishakiri, where he succeeded his uncle, Ogiame Ikenwali. However, the Olu of Warri Kingdom, Ogiame Atuashe III, had on Wednesday, August 21st, thanked and praised God Almighty on his ascension to the throne, saying, Ishakiri Nation extended hand of peace and collaboration to our neighbors 3 years ago.
Enewamako 3 years ago, the Ishakiri Nation extended a hand of peace and collaboration to our neighbors on the land and the sea. Since then, we have made significant strides in promoting peace and coexistence based on love and mutual respect for all.
The revered monarch made the declaration while addressing his subjects who paid him homage as he celebrated his third coronation anniversary at the Palace Playground in Warri, Delta State. The Olu of Warri, who spoke in English and Shakiri languages, stated that 3 years ago, the Shakiri Nation extended hand of peace and collaboration to our neighbors on the land and sea. Since then, they have made significant stride in promoting peace and coexistence based on love and mutual respect for all. Meanwhile, the event was attended by the Delta State Governor, Right Honorable Sheriff Oborivori, who was humbly represented by the Commissioner for Higher Education, Prof. Yeronwo, to Ukari and traditional rulers from across the length and breadth of Nigeria. The wife of Nigeria President Senator Oluremi Tinubu on Thursday said economic empowerment remained a core goal of the Renewed Hope initiative of Senator Bola Tinubu's administration in the country. Remi Tinubu said the Renewed Hope initiative had consistently delivered on the promise for both women and youth across the 6 geopolitical zones to support the economic reforms of the administration. The First Lady disclosed this at the official flag off of the Renewed Hope Initiative RHI Economic Empowerment Program and Recapitalization Grants for 1,000 women petty traders in Delta State. Welcoming Remi Tinubu earlier, the wife of the Governor of Delta State and State Coordinator of the Renewed Hope Initiative, Deaconess Tobore Oborivori, described the president's wife as a beloved mother who is elegant, graceful, alluring, accessible, and kind-hearted. However, Governor Sheriff Oborevor expressed delight with Mrs. Tinubu for choosing Delta State for the flag off of the empowerment program and commended the First Lady for supporting the President in his renewed hope agenda. The Minister of Water Resources and Sanitation, Prof. Joseph Utsev, has reiterated the commitment of President Bola Tinubu's administration to the completion of all abandoned and inherited projects in the citizens' interest. Utsev spoke on Thursday during an inspection tour of the Ogbeshe multipurpose dam along Ekiti and Ishe Ekiti Road in Ekiti State, where construction began in 2009 but stalled owing to a lack of funds. The minister further said Tinubu had approved funds for the completion of the project targeted at providing water, generating hydropower and serving irrigation purposes, assured that the job would be completed soon. Meanwhile, the minister noted that while about 70% of the project has been completed, the installation of this hydropower component will be completed and the second phase, which is water supply and the irrigation component, will also be done. However, he stated that upon completion, jobs will be created for the abounding population while also boosting food production. The federal government has insisted that it would continue construction of the 700-kilometer Lagos-Calabar coastal highway despite ongoing court cases filed by aggrieved persons against the project. The Minister of Works, David Umahi, stated this at a press briefing on Thursday in Abuja while addressing serious concerns about the project's procurement that led to court proceedings by landowners. He stated that the 15.36 trillion naira coastal highway, which will be built on concrete pavement, received all necessary legal procedure requirements before it commenced construction. The coastal highway has been a subject of public scrutiny and controversies since the government commenced construction in March 2024. In May, Umar disclosed that 750 houses on the part of the highway had been marked for demolition. However, owners of affected property were displeased with the government's compensation, claiming it did not match their investment. According to them, the compensation is grossly inadequate and there is the need for the government to review the payments. The project, designed to connect Lagos to Cross River, passes through the coastal states of Ogun, Ondo, Delta, Edo, Bayelsa, Rivers, and Akwa Ibom, before culminating in Cross River. It is crucial for enhancing connectivity and boosting economic activities along Nigeria's coastal region. The road is expected to cost 4 billion naira per kilometer, with the government awarding contracts for two sections of less than 100 km at a total cost of 2.46 trillion naira. Umahi also said the legacy project would be delivered in 8 years. President Bola Tinubu has returned to Abuja early this morning, August 23, 2024, following a brief work stay in France. The president arrived at Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport at the early hours of today. President Tinubu is set to swear in the new Chief Justice of Nigeria, CJN, at the State House Council chambers. This ceremony will mark the formal appointment of Justice Kudirat Olatokunbo Kekere Ekun as the new CJN, succeeding Justice Olukoyode Ariwola, who has recently retired. Prior to this day, the National Judicial Council (NJC) had recommended Justice Kekere Ekun for the position during its 106th meeting on August 15. On the business news, the National Broadcasting Commission has announced a nationwide expansion of digital television coverage, fueled by the 10 billion naira grant approved by President Bola Tinubu. NBC's Director General Charles Ebube announced this on Thursday during a joint press conference in Abuja alongside the Executive Vice Chairman of the Nigerian Communications Commission, Dr. Aminu Maida. Ebube revealed that while digital terrestrial television services had already been launched in 8 states, this new phase would extend coverage to every corner of Nigeria using satellite technology. The 10 billion naira grant, described as crucial for kickstarting this process, marked the first phase of a broader initiative to transition the country to full digital broadcasting. The funding comes as part of a larger effort by the federal government to reinvigorate the digital switchover project, which has faced significant challenges since its inception in 2016. However, among the top priorities are the development of a diverse array of television channels, leasing satellite capacity to achieve nationwide signal coverage, and implementing cutting-edge audience measurement tools. These efforts, these efforts are aimed at delivering on the promise of the digital switchover by providing Nigerians with enhanced broadcasting services. And in the foreign scene, Vice President Kamala Harris pledged a new way forward for all Americans as she formally accepted the Democratic nomination for president on Thursday night, delivering a message of unity and urging voters to reject Donald Trump. Ms. Harris' speech capped off a 4-day spectacle designed to highlight her backstory and shape the contours of what remains a vague policy agenda. She made history as the first Black and Asian American woman to lead a major party's presidential ticket. However, the 59-year-old officially became the Democratic nominee after a fast-moving few weeks that began with President Joe Biden stepping aside in the White House race. Polls suggest she is now in a tight race with Trump, who offered criticism of Ms. Harris' appearance as it unfolded. Meanwhile, Ms. Harris used a nearly 45-minute address, the most important speech of her political career, to reintroduce herself to the nation. Now, in the world of sports, after missing out on Sevilla La Liga 2024/2025 opening game against Las Palmas, Nigeria international Kelechi Iheanacho is set to make his La Liga debut for the Spanish club following confirmation he had been officially registered for the current season. Sevilla announced the signing of the 27-year-old earlier this month after his contract with Leicester City expired at the end of last season, penning a 2-year deal with the Andalusian club. Though the Super Eagles forward did not feature in most of Sevilla's preseason friendly games, including in the clash with Fulham, he travelled with the rest of the squad to face Liverpool in a 4-1 defeat at Anfield Stadium. Despite declaring his readiness to make his competitive debut for Sevilla, Iheanacho missed the first game of the season against Las Palmas after it was revealed that the club failed to register him for La Liga due to the league's demanding financial rules. This sports story brings us to the end of our news. Recap on our headlines. The Shakiri Nation extended hand of peace and collaboration to our neighbors 3 years ago, says Olu of Warri. Remi Tinubu promotes economic empowerment initiatives. Tinubu committed to completion of abandoned projects in Nigeria, says Minister. Landowners sue federal government over 15 trillion naira Lagos-Calabar highway. Tinubu returns from France to swear in Chief Justice today. In the business world, NBC secures 10 billion naira to expand digital TV coverage. And in our foreign scene, Kamala Harris pledges new way forward in historic convention speech. The world of sports, Iheanacho set for La Liga debut versus Villarreal. That's the news as read and edited by Timiala Emanuela. Thanks for watching.